We're back with the Kroger Hometown Community Tour. We're talking to Great Crossing defensive end Oryend Fisher. Oryend, your commitment's coming up. Explain to those that are interested, what's the timeline on that, and how's it going to be released?
I say in the next 2 weeks, the decision will be announced. Trying to make a video right now, so that's why I don't have a date set, because it's all depends on the camera and all that stuff. But right now, next couple of weeks, just look out for it.
So this is the Kroger Hometown Community Tour. You go to Kroger. Where do you go first? What's on your shopping list at Kroger?
I'm not gonna lie, I go straight to the frozen aisle. Gotta pick up some easy snacks.
Defensive end is where you play now. Is that where the colleges are looking at you, or stand-up outside linebacker?
I'll be a stand-up outside linebacker, or kind of hybrid. I'll be down, up, play around the ball. It's just whatever.
What's the strength of your game?
My strength of the game, I think, is just rushing the passer, edge rusher. I think that's going to be my specialty is going to be in college in the next few years, all that stuff. How's fall camp going? Are you ready for the season? And can you believe that you're a senior and you're going to be one of the first to go all the way through at Great Crossing? Yes, sir. I mean, it's very surreal being first 4 years here, coming from us playing on Georgetown College's field, or the middle school field, coming all the way up to us on our own field, fans, good fan base and all that stuff. It's very surreal, especially being one of the ones who, I guess, started that. And I'm very excited for the season. Fall camp has been pretty good for the team. You know, we're all got some new players stepping up to fill some very heavy positions, but they're doing it pretty well, and I think we're going to have a good season. What are your individual goals for your senior year? You know, last season I ended with, I think, 17 sacks, so, you know, I got to top that up before I go out, and I do want to set some records here. What about your team goals? Team goals, I know that, of course, we want to beat the rival across town, but I know our team wants to prove everyone wrong. They think we're just this easy team, and I know that they don't want that to be what we're known for. What are your strengths as a player? What if I'm an offensive tackle and I have to block you for 4 quarters? What could I expect? Well, I know I'm not going to give up, and, you know, when you have this wingspan and like the speed coming at you, it's going to be hard to kind of counter that, and you never really know. I feel like my arsenal is very deep with my moves and stuff, so I feel like you just never know what you're going to get when you go against me. Coach Oryend Fisher, what's it like having a player with his talent, size, speed at your disposal on Friday nights?
Oh, it's unbelievable. You know, having a guy like that, you know, can play really in any part of your defense, because he's tall enough to play a defensive end. He's quick enough to play an outside linebacker. He helps you out on special teams in a lot of ways. So to have a kid with that size, you don't get to coach that every day, and you definitely can't coach that size and that frame and the length. So he's able to do things that a lot of kids can't do. And he understands that, but he also understands that I have to continue to perfect what I try to do in my game. And so to have that going into any game makes you feel pretty good.
What do you see him playing in college? Outside, stand-up outside, defensive end. What position do you think he'll fit? You know, given he's going to gain good weight in college, right? I mean, where do you think he'll end up?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to put weight on. You know, for him and with his speed and everything, I think he is a stand-up end. Maybe an outside linebacker to the boundary side. I don't know. I don't get to coach at the D1 level, but I do foresee him being successful in those positions. You know, for him and his body type, I think it's the system that he goes to. So wherever he decides to commit, and hopefully he has a great senior season for us and gets to the next level, those guys are going to put him where he can be successful. And I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to put in the work and do what he needs to do, put weight on, and be able to compete at a very high level in one of these P5 conferences that he's going to decide.
This is the Kroger Hometown Community Tour. Talk a little bit about the community surrounding your program at Great Crossing.
Yeah, you know, it's been great. You know, I said it a little bit earlier. It's just a great community. Football has been successful there before we were brought to the stage, and we've been able to kind of amplify what we do, and our community has bought into that too. So, you know, it's just a great place to be at. You know, if you come to the BGO bowl game next Friday, you're going to be in a part of a great environment and atmosphere. If you come September 30th, I believe it is, Battle of the Birds, you're going to see another 4,000 people there, standing crowd, and it's a great place to be. You know, we're scrimmaging Thursday night against Madison Central, and we still had a great fan base. We had some student sections show up, and you know, that's the thing is, you know, your team has to build that pride itself. That then transitions into the school building, which builds a culture in your school building. And then next thing you know, you have a student section that's, you know, I think we've got like 30 rows in our bleachers, and you see students in one section from the bottom row up to the top. And sometimes we take two sections. So seeing that in our school building as well has been really nice to see from year one to where we are now. We've got about 1,800 kids, I believe, in the school building, and we have a lot of those kids show up on Friday night to cheer us on. They also show up in the JV and freshman games too. So again, I think what we're trying to do and how we treat our kids it goes a long way, and I think you know, adults in the community see that, and they've seen we've been able to be successful doing what we do and the way we do it.
The Georgetown Kroger is the busiest in the state, right? A lot of people.
Yeah.
Where do you go first when you go to Kroger in Georgetown?
Where do I go first? Oh, I usually go to the coffee section because I try, you know, it is so busy that I try to, you know, buy enough groceries that it can last me until I run out of my coffee beans.
Yeah.
So I'm usually going to the coffee section because without that, you know, those 6 a.m. Mornings without the coffee is hard to get by with.